tool called PCI File Recovery. I'm going to run you through the install real quick. You can install it through English. Okay, agree to the terms and conditions. It's PC Inspector File Recovery is the exact name of it. You can install it wherever you want realistically, but program files will be fine. Please note it's in a subdirectory convar. Okay, install it. Relatively easy to install. Close it out. Finish the setup wizard. Close that out. Okay, and go ahead and open up the program. Simultaneously, I'm going to move this over here to my forensics programs. You're probably going to want to run this in English. Okay, so recover deleted files, find lost data, and find lost drives. This is basically what you get to do with this right away. So we're going to look for recover deleted files. Okay, so select the logical drive, select the files in the folder deleted, and then of course save your files. Okay, so first thing that it does is it checks the BIOS and a few other checks. It looks for your disk positions here. So in this case, I've got a no name drive that it found, the Windows C drive, Windows D, which is other business, another other business, and this one. So if you realistically want a comparison of which one's which, you can just go to my computer and see. In this case, I'm going to be looking for blue USB, which is the F drive, and that's going to be this guy right here. So you can you rescan, you can find logical drives, or you can preview that. So in this case, you can notice that you can start at physical sector 0, the total number of sectors on that drive, the sectors per cluster, the FAT type, the OEM name, so it was originally formatted in MS-DOS 5, and then the volume label is no name here. Okay, great. So that would be your logical drives versus your physical drives. In this case, I could do the physical drives right here, which is the same thing. It's a 478 megabyte drive. Either way, however you want to select it, go ahead and select it OK. And then here we go. So what I'm basically looking at here is just a handful of files that have been on this drive in the past. And then you can see, I got a whole bunch of temporary files on here, some ISS-EB files that I was working on, some time ago, some IT files, classroom material, healthcare manuals, more temporary files, a course, real estate course that I was working on real estate overages. So that I pulled that's been deleted from this. Some system volume information, and then lost, and then you can search. Okay, so it's if you notice here, whoops, I don't want that one. Alt F4. If you go to the actual drive, you can see that I basically just have the password document on there and then some system volume information. So it appears that basically nothing's on this drive. But look at all of the stuff that it finds that's previously been there. Okay, and then you could go through and you could see what is IT 001 PDF, or what did I have in classroom material, and things like that. You can right click any of these files, you can save them, you can look at the properties, which really doesn't tell you much. It just tells you more or less the name and where. View as a hex dump. Okay, so you can do that as well. So if you want to see the specific hexadecimal of certain information, you can. We're going to get into some of the hex editing tools much later. I just want to point out that option is built into a program like this. View as text. See if it can pull any text and things like that. So, and the same thing, something like docx, right? If I want to try to see what's, what it has in there, see if it can pull anything, and it doesn't because it's the .x format. But if I had like maybe just a regular text document with some decent text in it, it'd probably just pull it just fine. Okay, so that's your drive. Okay, you can click on the drive up here, and then rescan them. Okay, if you have USBs and floppies, you can look there. If you want to search, you can find a specific name. So I'll just search for password and search. Okay, and it finds a password .x file, and this is the original file, and then this is another file. In this case, this was another document that I had deleted, but the conditions for very, very, very poor on that one, where this one's good. So this has 0 size in it. This clearly has some size to it. Okay. You can select specific cluster ranges if you want to. If you know that, you may or may not. It depends. Now, where you find that information is if you're running, like a program like Check Disk, and it starts giving you cluster errors at a particular file location, then you would probably know something like that. But right off the bat, you're probably not going to know that. You can find lost data if you like. Okay, so you can just scan it for lost data, and this will take some time to run, but you can see that it is finding files right away. And you'd have to let something like this run. Now, this is going to take about a minute or two, but it's worth doing on this portable USB drive because you can see all the things that I've basically deleted, or it's lost, or orphaned file fragments and things like that over the years of using this. So let's just back up here for 1 second. Let's say that you find a USB drive in the parking lot and you plug it in your computer and there's nothing on it. Okay, great, right? Free USB drive, good to use. Wrong. You would actually want to use it with some sort of partition extraction tool or data recovery tool or a file inspection tool like PC Inspector, because there absolutely could be alternative data streams, and especially if it's formatted at NTFS, there could be hidden stuff on there, as in just right-click hidden. There could be deleted, there could be orphaned, there could be all sorts of stuff. And low-level formats, and what I mean by low-level format is when you just right-click this drive and you select format, all it basically does is basically delete all of the pointer records to the drive. It doesn't actually remove the data. And a program like this clearly points that out, because it will go in and it will start looking at, the different items that are on there. Okay. And you can see that I've used this drive for quite some time, and it's already up to lost files found, over 1,000. And it's just a, 481 megabyte drive that appears to have nothing but a password file on it. But what I like to show is that you can actually get all of the deleted and unconventional stuff that doesn't appear to be there. You can actually get that more or less right away with a program like this, and then save it to another place. So just because you find a USB drive in the parking lot and there appears to be nothing on it, chances are there is. Not to say that you shouldn't just try to find the original owner and maybe return it to that person, but let's say that you can't. Well, if you can't, well then there you go. So in this case, I'm going to sort by type over here, and you can see there's a whole bunch of Acrobat files that I recovered from this drive. There's a whole bunch of JPEG files, PNG files, right? WordPad, XLS spreadsheets, right? So it finds quite a considerable amount of information. And if you right-click these, you can save them. You can view them as a hex dump or text drive again. Okay. So before you stick any drive into your computer that you found in the parking lot, you may want to use a drive like or a program like PC Inspector to inspect that drive and see if you can't recover some of the deleted, orphaned, or lost information from that drive. Very, very easy program to use. It's definitely one of my favorite, more of my go-to programs for a quick forensic inspection of, hey, what's on that drive? So try it out. Give yourself a little practice. Build your hands on. It's PC Inspector File Recovery. Hope you enjoyed it. My name is Leo Dreger, and don't forget to check us out on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter.